Hi, everybody. I just wanted to bring your attention to how to understand and learn over 50 different vocabulary words that are very new to you. I didn't learn about some tricks to using index cards until I was a junior in college that helped me pass like two classes. One was physics, with with this technique of learning a whole bunch of cards that you've never seen before and learn them in less than an hour. And there are two ways that you can do that. Number one is to say everything out loud. You have to be doing this out loud. You have to not worry about what anybody else in your house is thinking about you. They are going to be proud that you know this. You can't be worried about anybody hearing you talk to yourself. Talking to yourself is how you learn. And the other way to do it is to teach it to somebody else. But if you're just learning all these things, if you're saying them out loud, they will stick in your head. I promise. It's much more likely that it's going to stick in your head if you are teaching it to yourself rather than if you're just going to. This is how a lot of people do index cards. I'm going to say, okay, what is that? Forces that bring people together. I'm going to centripetal force. Let's start with the term. So now I'm going to go back. Centrifugal forces. What is that? I'm going to read it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Dravidian. What is that? Read it. Okay, I got it. I know it now, and I'm going to go to the next one. This is how you see. I'm going to go all the way to the beginning. This is how you see a lot of people study flashcards, and it is super ineffective. It does not work. Number two is to only do 2 or 3 cards at a time. Do not keep going. And as soon as you know those 3, don't go forwards, go backwards. For example, here I am in my flashcards. Okay, so remember, say them out loud and say them in your own words. For example, number 1, language. Okay, language. Maybe I know what it is, but I can't define it, in which case I'm going to go right up here and click this little yellow star if you do not know it, because you want eventually to have a pile of those that you know and those that you don't know. So I'm going to click the yellow star, and then I'm going to click the back, and I'm going to read it. A system of communication through speech, a collection of sounds that a group of people understands to have the same meaning. Doesn't have to be out loud, by the way. I would argue with this definition. Sign language is not out loud. Anyway, the most important words to remember is communication and meaning. Okay, I think I got
A
it.
system of
Oh, goodness. I'm
a
going to turn.
system of
You can't click on the word or it does that. Okay, so language is basically communication, meaning good enough. Go to the next one. Institutional language. This is a language that is spoken in places of public offices, professional environments. So Kaiser, I go to the hospital, or Sharp Healthcare, people in the hospital are going to be speaking this language, and schools, any government public service is going to speak it. So I think I know that. I don't need to star that. Oh, I don't know why I can't unstar it. And then I'm going to read it. Okay, yeah, pretty much what I thought. So it's all good. I don't need to star it. Now, before you go to the next word, you have to do what? Go backwards. Go backwards. Did you know what language is now? Can you say it in your own words? Isolation. You didn't know that when you, well, I don't know. Actually, did we do that one? I can't remember if I modeled that one or not. Isolation, when two, maybe I didn't know it. So I'm going to look. It's basically what happens when you have two places that are separate. It's a divergence and they're isolated. And so like UK English versus US English. It's because of their isolation that it changes. So anyway, I think I know that one, and I'm going to go to it. Now, again, you want to go back to those same 3 until you know them inside and out, and then just add one more. Official language is going to be different than institutional language. So make sure you can say it, do it all, and then go back, go back, go back. Then add 1. So you see how like after a few minutes, maybe you'll know 5. After another few minutes, you'll know 7. But do not add on until you know all of the ones that come before that. That is how you're going to start. Now, step 2, you're going to go all the way through all these flashcards. Then you're going to go to learn. Okay, so you're going to go flashcards, learn, and then you're going to go all the way down. The tests on here are really stupid because they're multiple choice or they're writing, but their only alternative is to offer you an option that is a definition on here. Anyway, there's a lot of reasons I don't like the test, but if you do these 2 really, really well, then the proof to me that you know this is actually this game. Gravity is hard if you can't spell. So we're going to practice our spelling. I'm sorry to those of you who speak a second language. I think spelling is hard. I speak several languages too, and it's the worst thing ever. I'm a terrible speller because you kind of mix up how they're, especially for the what is it called when it's the same word in both languages? It's a cognate, especially for the cognates that sound the same in both languages. Spelling is hard. Anyway, gravity. This is how it works. Okay, and I hope that I cleared it up. I played this a few times and I realized, oh, I need to really make it so that every term is no more than 3 or 4 at the max length, and that the clues aren't in the definition. So basically, you're going to get started. Medium is about the speed that I think you should be able to do, but you might want to start off with easy and then do medium. I don't care about the speed as much as I do that you know these. I need to move my picture. Some languages include Swedish, so this is going to be Germanic, Eastern Germanic. What I think the answer is, I push return, and then I got it right, so it's going to let me keep moving. I'm going to get this one wrong intentionally. It has to do with how English diffuses. So let's say I spell it wrong. English diffusion. I only have one F. Oh, I was going to say, it didn't stop me. Okay, it doesn't like it because I didn't spell it right. So just spell it right. It's just saying we want to see that you know how to spell it, or that you know what the word was. Chances are it's not going to be spelling. It's going to be, I just didn't know what the word was. But as soon as you do that, it'll let you continue. Okay, the Jutes from northern Denmark, these are people who invaded, actually they moved to England. So England, England, I didn't do it fast enough. Oh, they wanted that phrased correctly too. So early immigrants to England. And you can see how this is going to take time if you didn't really do the cards very well. The importance increased with the Soviet Union's rise to power. That is Russian. Mother Russia goes and colonizes everybody through the Eastern Europe. This has to do with English dialects. Anyway, you get the point. When you are done, you are going to get a little. It's going to give you like a certificate saying, "Yay, this is what you got." Screenshot it and add it to today's assignment. Okay. I want to see that what you knew and what you didn't know. Feel free to take it as many times as you want, just like you do the Kahoot and everything else. And we will go ahead and actually play this game. Yesterday's assignment was longer than I thought it should take you for just Tuesday. So I assumed you would go into Wednesday with that assignment, which is why I gave you until Wednesday to finish it. But it should not take you 2 full days, which would be the equivalent of 4 hours. I was just assuming it was about 2 hours, but because I gave you a couple other videos yesterday to watch as well, you might need more time on Wednesday. So this should be done on Wednesday as well. Please submit it if you can by 4 o'clock, the deadline. Thank you. And that's it.